bit of glare from the sun, so I do apologize if the view looks a little hazy. It's about 9 a.m. In the morning here, my time, on Saturday, and I thought I would just come on and just give some encouragement to those who would find this video, who are maybe just starting out their denture journey. Monday will be exactly 2 months since I took home my dentures. I have immediates is what my dentist provided for me, and that's what my insurance pays for. And you know, it's been in some ways it's been hard, it's been rough getting through these last 2 months, but in other areas it hasn't been that bad. And I am now 2 weeks into using the Denture Fit, which is a soft silicone liner that you put inside either your top or your bottoms, or like in my case, I put in both. And ever since I put in especially the bottom one, I can eat. I don't have to have adhesives. And just learning to eat, and just things starting to come naturally, like with your mouth muscles, your jaw muscles, you know, keeping that bottom plate in while you're actually chewing. And even when you're talking, the longer you leave your dentures in, not take them out because you're getting frustrated, just work through those frustrating times. The more you have your dentures in, the easier it becomes to talk, and then also to eat. And so about a week ago, which was basically 1 week into putting the soft liner in, I was able to eat my first cheeseburger from McDonald's. Now, it wasn't, you know, any quarter pounder or anything, you know, real big. It was just a regular cheeseburger. I don't like all the stuff on it, so I always get mine plain. So it was just meat, cheese, and bun. And I was able to eat the whole thing without having to tear it apart. And that has been a big accomplishment for me. Well, this past Thursday, me and my husband, while we were out on our Harley taking just an afternoon ride, we always like to stop and eat somewhere. So we decided that we would go to In-N-Out, which is a hamburger joint. And I thought, you know, it's a bigger hamburger than what McDonald's has. And I thought, oh, you know, I'm going to try. I'm going to try. And if I just can't do it, you know, then I'll have to, you know, break it apart and eat it that way, which I've done. You know, once it's in my mouth and I'm chewing, I don't really have any problem chewing and then swallowing. The only thing I had trouble with is the outer edge of the bun, because they toast their buns, and so the outer edge of the hamburger or cheeseburger is really hard. It's like hard toast. That I tried, but I could not get through that. But the inside, where it's, you know, soft and everything, I was able to eat that without having to tear that apart. So that was a little bit of an accomplishment, in the sense that I didn't have to break the whole thing up. And so I guess my encouragement to those who would find this video is try, see if you can do it. And the key is to take small bites. And I would even say, you know, if you can only bite through half, go ahead and bite through half, and then bite through the other half. because eventually you will get there. You will be able to eat through harder things, like a grilled cheese sandwich, where the crust is not soft, but it's, hard, and it's grilled and it's toasted. At some point you will be able to do that. And I think the thing that always trips me up in my mind is if I bite down too hard right in the middle, it seems like it starts to flip the back up. And that's a feeling that I still haven't gotten used to yet, honestly. Because I was eating this little it was like a little mini pie, and the outer edge of it was like really hard, and so I just kind of like break it apart, and then I'm able to eat it that way. Well, I went to go bite into the bottom of the crust, and I could feel, just because it was harder and I had to like really bite into it, I could feel it dislodging my top denture. And that was kind of I mean, I wasn't around anybody, but it was good practice that, okay, hey, if something like this happens when I'm out in public, what do you do if you start to feel that top denture, like right up here, start to like come down off of the ridge of where your gums is? You don't want it to look noticeable, but you just quickly with the with your tongue, you just position it right back into your suction spot. And so that's what I did. And I didn't, have anything embarrassing, like where I'm biting down and then all of a sudden, my top denture, just falls out. Nope. I just quickly put it back into place with my tongue. And so these are things that all of us that are new on this journey, or semi-new on this journey, these are things that we have to learn. And once you learn it, and there'll be different techniques that you find works for you. You may, watch other videos and somebody says, well, hey, do this. Well, that might not work for you, but you'll experiment around with, instead of maybe biting right in the middle, maybe you bite a little bit to the right, or you bite a little bit to the left. You'll find ways that are easier for you to bite through those harder, more advanced type foods. But like I said in one of my past videos, when you complete those little milestones, even though, those of you that don't wear dentures, you may think it's silly, to be excited because you were able to eat a cheeseburger without having to, break it apart. Just don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel intimidated. Just like I say, rejoice in those little milestones, because that's a huge confidence builder to be able to going out and eating in public without feeling just like everybody's watching you, because really nobody's watching you. Even when, my husband was sitting across the table from me when we were eating at In-N-Out, he didn't say one word. I mean, unless I specifically said something. And I think I mentioned how, the crust was too hard, but the middle I'm able to start eating, and he's just encouraging, but it's like, he doesn't care, that I'm sitting there having to, tear the edges off. And so a lot of it is just in your own mind. And, so what I do is I just don't think about it. I deliberately am not sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, all these people, they're watching me, I mean, I'm just not doing that. And if you have to break apart your food, if you're not comfortable doing it with your hands. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with, a hamburger because you're holding it in your hands anyways. But if you feel too uncomfortable with that, just ask for a knife and a fork and just cut up your pieces until you are a little bit more confident and you figure out, the best way to bite through that works for you. And so, yeah, that's really, all I wanted to come on and share is that, for me and my journey, I'm coming right along. I'm looking forward to next week because me and my husband we're taking our Harley because the weather's going to be nice, and we're going to be gone for 2 nights. And Monday, because it's Valentine's Day, we've got reservations at a really nice restaurant. And I'm planning, if they have it on the menu, I am planning on having salad. I'm planning on eating bread. And if they have it, I want my steak. I have not been able to eat steak in a really long time. Now, granted, because I haven't tried eating steak since I got my dentures 2 months ago, I will be cutting it up in smaller pieces so that, because it's going to be a new experience for me. So I don't want to have this big piece of steak in my mouth that I have to end up spitting out because my back teeth can't break it apart. So I will just have just very small pieces, and as I get comfortable with that, then I might be able to move up to a little bit bigger piece. But I'm all looking forward to, just having, baked potato, salad. I used to love eating salad, and even like the croutons might be a little bit hard for me. I don't know. I'm going to try it. But I got to the point that I couldn't even eat salad because the lettuce was too cold on my teeth. I just could not deal with it. And so it's like all these foods that I loved, but I couldn't eat because it was too cold and it hurt my teeth. See, I don't have that problem anymore. I just have to be careful not to take too big of a bite until I'm fully used to, adding that food back into my diet. So, let me see. Comes to dentures. Yeah, Matt, it is. It really, really is. The next time, bro, you are eating something, think about me. Okay. And just, it's like all the things that you guys are normally eating day in, day out, or for, special occasions, like a steak at Outback Steakhouse or something. These are all things that denture wearers have to learn. It's like somebody that's in like a really bad, accident and they have to learn to walk all over again. There's just things that you take for granted when you're able to walk, or like in my case, you don't have natural teeth. All you have is just these appliances in your mouth, even from talking to, even taking pills. Oh, swallowing pills like vitamin supplements. That was tricky. That was a little discouraging. It's like I'd make my coffee in the morning and I'd be like, oh, I don't want to have to take these vitamins, but it's like I have to because, I want to keep my immune system up and all of that, because some of them would have no trouble swallowing down, but other ones, it would get stuck this right there, and I couldn't get it down. And I ended up just throwing it in the trash because I'm like, okay, I'm just not dealing with this today. But I'm definitely a lot better at taking my vitamins, And see, these are things you don't think about because you just do naturally. And so, yeah, it's a life adjustment. But it's one that you have to do. So just try to embrace it the best way that you can, because this is your life now. And I'm going to make the most of my life. I'm going to enjoy the times that I get to go out to eat, to a nice restaurant and have a nice steak dinner. Eating ice cream or other things that I couldn't eat before because it was too cold on my teeth. Even breathing, it's like when you're outside, I could never breathe in through my mouth like that, because it's just that cold air would just, it's like, oh, I can't do that. But see, now I can, and nothing hurts my mouth unless I'm like biting wrong and my denture like flips or something like that. So it's really, really nice. Once you get past the extractions, the healing, getting used to the dentures, it's I wish I would have done this like 10 years ago or 5 years ago. But yeah, just, these little things just don't take for granted, because one day you may not have it, and then you have to learn, and it's once you learn, then it just gets easier and easier and easier. All right, well, I'm gonna head back to work. Just wanted to just come on and say, oh, happy day. Got a little bit more of a milestone going for me, and just in your prayers, wish me luck, Monday night when I'm having my Valentine dinner with my husband, that I'll be able to eat everything fine and don't have to, skip out on eating something because I can't, chew it and whatnot. But yeah, I will not be doing girls' night out on Wednesday. I completely forgot when me and Michelle were on. See, I'm going to still be out of town on Wednesday. We're coming back later Wednesday afternoon. So girls' night out will not be until the following Wednesday. So no girls' night out this next week. It'll be the next week after that. Yeah, so you guys just take care. God bless. Remember, Jesus Christ loves you. He died for you, paid for all your sins. You just put your faith and trust in that. Then you are eternally secure, and you're going to be with Jesus Christ forever. And be safe out there. All right, you guys, take care. God bless.